I stepped over the tram tracks, perpendicular, and into the sun. There's this heat in my hands, you know the kind. The kind where the sun kisses your borders, the warmth of your flesh surges to try and meet it, skin still frozen, where every cell in your body screams yes. Yes to the ease, yes to the universal joy, yes, yes, yes. Thawing from winter madness, you know the kind. The kind that slowed you down, lulled you into the promised embrace of how things were, where they were easiest. Dead comfort. Today, my therapist, she told me, I cannot control whether someone chooses to leave me or not. I made these grimaces. Oh, scary, the clown joked. He tried to do my makeup in that very leather chair. And I said, no, thank you. Let my body perform this act. I need no mask. And so it shook. The smile that tugged to meet the red paint out of habit loosened. I let it. I cried. And my grief was not a bottomless pit, and my relief held me. There was no judgment, as there is with those who just want you to get it already. There was no urgency, as there is with well-meaning people. It just was, as it is, as it still is, as I keep reminding myself. I should focus on cultivating more hobbies, return to myself, I said. Told her I'd look for dance classes, and I finally begin to grasp what they mean when they say dance with life. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, nothing new, we all know the dance. New in my acceptance. Dance is not an art of the mind. The mind may know the movements to a dance. The body's foot leads there. The body's arm curves there. That doesn't mean your body knows it, feels it in certainty, knows the certainty in the uncertainty. Stiffly I've moved through the throes of life. Were they ever? Spraining my ankles and stubbing toes, those of mine and others. We so often think of the body as the cage to our mind, but perhaps our mind is the cage to the wildest, truest knowing of our body, the knowing that the step backwards is nothing but natural as we move and make way for the next step forward. A necessary in-between, the twilight of where dark seeks to be seen and light yearns to be kind. A realm of opportunity to pause, remember who we are, remember who our loved ones are, remember what is true, and act in accordance with nothing but. Going forward, if I am to be perpendicular to my whole being, let it be only to the old ways I've acted before. Hi! I hope you liked that little poem/creative writing thing. My creation. I hope you like my creation. My baby! So, I've made it to the end of week 3. This is what week 3 inspired. You can read that article and many more over on my Substack if you so please. And you can subscribe here and over there to support my work. Let's do a week 3 check-in, as we should. The morning pages. I did all of them. Excuse me while I whip through them. It started on the 13th of March for me. We can count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and some change. If you looked correctly, I'm basically at the very end of my journal. There's like 1 half blank page and then there's this. So I already got the successor of this one. I now have a collection of 3 of these bad boys. which is going to be this one, still the same one, just because I love the design, so why not have it be the same again if I like it so much. And I'm going to also go in and do my updated manifestation pages one of these days. Week 3 met me at my luteal/moon phase, so I feel the topics that were brought up were perfect. They went a lot into anger and shame and making sure that we protect ourselves while also like allowing criticism for our work, and just really honing in on the fact that our emotions are our compass, and they show us where we have yet to make sure that these emotions and needs are met. And there was even a little prophecy at the beginning of the chapter where they said, like, you can really expect a bit of up and downs this week. You might feel a lot of joy, you might feel a lot of grief, then anger again, then sadness, then happiness, and that is really how it was. There were 1 or 2 days where the morning pages were really rough for me, just because I think I was also moving through really letting go of a lot of things and coming to new understandings of others. And yeah, there were a couple of days where I was like, my mind was everywhere but the page, and I kept having to pull it back in, rein it back down and onto the pages, but it really helped, and I'm really, really grateful for this practice. For my artist date, let me show you. I'm sort of trying to summon spring and summer with everything that I do, and I had this top at this, well, it was initially a dress, and I cut off the skirt part of that dress because I just wasn't loving that dress anymore as I was wearing it. It's a big project. Like, first of all, it never had these sleeves. This is actually like overall pants, the legs of the pants. Hemmed this, and I made this little embroidery patch out of other linen scraps that I had, and like embroidered these little seeds on there, and I adore it. I love this now. I love getting to create things that are just for me, and that are in being able to create new from things that I already own. It makes me feel so good. It makes me not throw out things that I already have that are still in perfectly good condition, and now I just love it so much more. You can find a lot of inspiration like this on Pinterest. Like, this is extremely heavily inspired of some stuff that I've seen on there. So highly recommend that for any of your spring crafts to really get into the spirit of it. That was my artist date. I was in all day, and I was sewing and sewing and sewing. That was really good, just getting to do something with my hands. We have to talk about synchronicities this week. The craziest thing happened. Yesterday, I went on probably like a 2 to 3 hour walk just around the neighborhood through the forest, and I was really fighting my demons, but like in a kind way. I was giving them hugs and understanding them and everything, so it was very healing. I sat down on a couple of tree trunks here and there and just sobbed and reaffirmed what is true for me and who I am, and it was rough, but it was so good and so necessary. And I just felt so light, so relieved, so listened to, so validated by myself. And it's so good that we can give ourselves this kind of comfort. Of course, it's always good to reach out to people. Please reach out to people, to talk to them and rely on people. However, it is also important to be able to give ourselves comfort, to give ourselves understanding and forgiveness, and that was such a good walk. I felt so good. As this book is trying to, heal our connection with God, heal our connection to the good universe, it did mention that we should be looking out for synchronicities. And as I was like calming down and really feeling grounded, I was like, I think I did really, really good work, and I'm going to be rewarded by the universe, and I'm going to know it when I see it. So I kept walking, and I came across this part of town I've never been before. I was met with 2 kitties. I love kitties. I love cats. I adore cats. And when was the last time you've met a cat that like jumped into your hand trying to get you to pet it? So I was already very happy with that. And then I saw just written on the floor, like, to give away this and this and this, and then next to it there was a bag full of these double-walled glasses, these double-walled cups. I've always wanted one of these. I think they're so beautiful. I love that I get to see what I'm drinking from. I mean, I always get to with a cup, of course, but like, it's pretty. I think they're gorgeous. I think the universe listened. I think she heard me. Like, I said I would be rewarded, and I was. So yeah, that was just one example of synchronicity. Something that I'm also noticing is things in my life as they happen match with the song lyrics that I'm hearing, which is sometimes really creepy. So it's really cool to see, just to be really aware of what's happening, to be really in the moment and just catch things as they are. That is really cool. Now that I have this new journal, I'm ready for new beginnings. I'm ready for week 4. We're already a fourth of the way through. That's a little crazy. Wow. I know it's the end of the video. I completely forgot to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Dorian. I write things, create videos. I really make anything creative that I feel called to do. So if you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing here, liking the video, commenting. Is there any synchronicities that you've noticed? Is there any signs that you've seen? What can you do to make yourself feel more held and understood today? Let me know, and I'll see you next week.